the Star Spangled Banner.
Alrighty, good evening, folks, and welcome to another night of On the Pole Racing here on Playground Farm TV as we get some things a little situated here. I notice we got some camera action. And we're in the middle of qualifying right now as we come down into corner number one, watching Aaron Raymond. Qualifying taking place right now as we are watching number 95 here of Jack Stanley. Jack Stanley doing a pretty good job here coming around on his outlap. Aaron Raymond now setting down a quick time through the track right now as he sets the quick time for the night at the moment with a 30.489. As we watch around the racetrack as he makes his second lap here, Jacob Elkins getting pretty quick there, and he'll take the lead with a 30.480 for that of Jacob Elkins. And we're continuing to roll around, and it looks like Scott Healy is going to try to mash that as well. As Scott Healy gets up there in the top with a 30.458. James Wertzma out here on the track right now, currently with a 30.530 for his. All right, down here in the pit road comes that of the 91, or I'm sorry, the number 3, James Wertzma. Merrick Watchorn, though, lays down a fast time tonight with a 30.408. All right, we got, let's see, who else we got out on track? Looks like we got Maurice Chameleon out here. Just finishing up his time, and he sets quick pace with a 30.370. Some very, very quick times laid down here tonight with a 30.370 for Chameleon. Second there in line is going to be that of Merrick Watchorn with a 30.08. All right, we're looking at the grid here for tonight's lineup. As the grid comes up, it's going to be Maurice Chameleon there in first. And second is Merrick Watchorn, Wesley Lynch in third, Scott Healy in fourth, Andrew Smith will be starting there in fifth, Jacob Elkins in sixth, Aaron Raymond will be rolling off tonight in seventh with John Anthony there in eighth. James Woodsma there in the number 3 will be starting in ninth tonight. And to his outside in 10th position, that's going to be John Daniels in that number 02. Jack Stanley will be rolling off tonight in 11th in that number 95 machine. As we're getting ready to take the green flag here, lights are out on the pace car. We're going to be green flag racing here in just a moment. Hope everybody's buckled up and ready for a great race here tonight as Maurice Chameleon set the blistering time of a 30.37, I believe it was. We come down the straightaway, and the green flag flies, and we are racing here tonight as we are on lap 1 of 100 as they come down here in the corner number 1. It is Maurice Chameleon on the inside, as on the outside works Merrick Watchorn in that number 91. Watchorn having a great season so far up there on that high side. Now we got the 44 of Maurice Chameleon trying to battle up here in a second, back up there into the pole position where he started from. But Watchorn really has that top line humming along at the moment as the 64 of Scott Healy. He moves around in second place in front of the 44 of Maurice Chameleon as they come storming down here through 3 and 4. Through 1 and 2 back out here onto the backstretch. As you got the 64 now fighting for that lead. That's going to put Scott Healy up there in front if he can make this pass happen. But Merrick Watchorn fighting back out there on the outside as they all come storming through the triangle. It's still going to be Watchorn with the lead as they come across the line. And down here in the corner number 1, side by side, still racing hard here on lap number 3 as they work around off of 2, still as he's worked his way up there from where he started. He's up 4 positions from where he started. Aaron Raymond also up 4 spots as he's battling out there on the high side, trying to get that 3rd spot away from the 64 of Scott Healy. And we got one way up against the outside wall. That's the 33 of Wesley Lynch, getting way up there against that outside wall, coming out of 4. And everybody working down here off a 2 now, down the backstretch, side by side there for 5th. But Scott Healy pulls it back in line right in front of Wesley Lynch. You got the 44 of Maurice Chameleon, setting quick time here tonight, is now sitting here in 7th position as we're riding on board with him as they come down here across the stripe here from Las Vegas tonight. Not sure if the stream is set correctly at the title, but coming down here in the corner number 1, you got the 24 right there behind Watchhorn. So Elkins and Watchhorn running really well together right now out there at the front. And the 14 up there on the high side above the 29 of Aaron Raymond. So Andrew Smith and Aaron Raymond battling side by side, but look out, Wesley Lynch coming back into the mix a little bit here as he comes up here in the 4th position, getting around Scott Healy in that number 64. Andrew Smith falling back now to 6th as John Anthony comes up into 7th. Maurice Chameleon battling hard there, trying to not fall back another spot, but looks like he's going to down there on the low side of the racetrack. Merrick Watchhorn up front leading the race as it stands right now here at lap number 7, coming around lap corner number 2 at the moment. Down here onto the back straightaway and heading down here, Jacob Elkins here in 2nd, Wesley Lynch there 3rd, Aaron Raymond 4th with Scott Healy 5th, Andrew Smith there 6th, John Anthony 7th, Maurice Chameleon 8th, now 9th as James Wurtzma gets around on the high side down here through the tri-oval at 3 of James Chameleon. James Wurtzma fighting along the outside of Chameleon down here through 1 and 2. So Chameleon has fallen back towards the back of the pack here since the start of this race. Hopefully that car comes back to him here by the end of this as we see the 64 getting a great run here down onto the inside, coming through 3 and 4. Down here through the tri-oval, back down here into corner number 1. Working on lap number 9 as they are still fighting. Pretty good racing here tonight. Even though it's a smaller pack of only 11 cars, great battles going on the racetrack. Everybody's good and tight as they battle down the backstretch. 64 of Scott Healy is looking to the inside of Jacob Elkins, getting really close as they work through 3 and 4. Almost look like they might have been trying to go 3 wide there, as the 33 is still going to try to push it. Really pushing hard there is the 33 of Wesley Lynch, as they are now 3 wide there, and that is going to be putting the 3 in the middle of James Wurtzma, I believe, was in the middle there, as the 02 now battles down on the inside of James Wurtzma. Daniels Wurtzma side by side off of 4 as we're on board with Wurtzma out of Justin, Texas. Getting up there into that outside wall here on lap number 11. Some race facts here for tonight. We are at an 80-degree track temp, 78 degrees Fahrenheit for the ambient temperature, 45% humidity, clear with 2-mile-per-hour winds. And we are got our first caution, and Aaron Raymond and John Anthony involved. There it is. Okay, let's rewind this a little bit just to see what in the world happened. So it looks like the 33 and the 29, all of a sudden that 29 shoots way up the racetrack, up in that outside wall, nowhere for John to really go, and that number 34 He brings it to a stop. Look at that front end damage on the 34. Be surprised, but he's still able to make it around. But look at that camber on that right front wheel as it sits right now. Some serious camber on that wheel. As there you see the 29 of Aaron Raymond, the other one involved. Scott Healy worked his way around the pits as well. See if I can. Well, I got it. Aha, there it is. All right, everybody back single file here as they get under caution here for the first time tonight. All right, the HCI pace car. We're going to be back green flag racing here in just a moment. Yeah, we're going to be getting set to go here once again. Down here through corner number 1 after taking that green flag here. Now working on lap number 16. Side by side. Look at that 29 making a move up there through the racetrack. Now he's has to chase it almost as he had that thing working loose. That's the 29 of Aaron Raymond. As he's trying to get that car back up towards the front where he's got that car running really well, and that could be due to some fresher tires on that machine as he's here at lap number 12, working up here now in third position. John Daniels also up here toward the front at the moment in that 02. And here comes the 29 of Aaron Raymond, about to put a battle on Merrick Watchorn for the lead as they work down here in the corner number 3. As we're on board with Aaron Raymond now down here into the corner. And he is going to take the lead for the moment as they work down here through the front straightaway. Now, here we go as well. Merrick Watchorn right there at the bump. He gets into the 29, puts the 29 into the wall. The 02 of Daniels involved. Looks like the 95 caught a piece of that as well. And the 29 torn to pieces back here. There you see Watchorn getting into the back of the 29, getting them loose. Up there into the wall goes the 29. He comes back down across the racetrack, collects the 02. That Toyota Camry there of Andrew Smith. Very lucky to make it through there. As you see, the 95 taking a shot. And I think he'd be the last one to actually take damage from that, if I'm looking at everything correctly. And I'm not sure if the 3 at James Wertzma made it through or not. Take a look at it here. Some heads-up driving there by the 3. Take another look from the onboard of the 3 machine of Wertzma. And watch, it's in front of him. He sees smoke. Slows it down. Bring it out now. Car coming up the racetrack. We got to go low. Got another one coming back down the racetrack. Got to get the brakes, get low as we can. Made it through there. What great heads-up driving there by James as he works around the corner back here out onto the backstretch after that incident. So that's going to hand the lead over to John Anthony now. As it looks like everybody pitted except for Wesley Lynch and John Anthony. As you see, the 33 now coming to pit lane. Everybody else is already pitted except for that number 34, John Anthony, who is currently sitting in the lead. They're getting double file here, ready for the restart. That means Daniels and Lynch have to make it quick off of pit road if they want to make it out before the green flag drops. Daniels heading out. Wesley Lynch still in the pit. Aaron Raymond out of this race. So Lynch on his way back out onto the track. We're down to 10 cars. Hope everybody's enjoying the broadcast here on the pole. And it does look like I'll possibly be getting the equipment needed for next Saturday, so that'll be a treat. We got a little surprise, so tune in next Saturday morning as we head out to the Butler Farm Show for a little bit of a surprise. Driver coming down here in the corner number 1. It's going to be that 34 of John Anthony heading down here in the corner number 1. As they got Scott Healy right there in a second. Jacob Elkins there third. With Andrew Smith fourth. Maurice Camillion there fifth. James Wertzma there sixth. With Merrick Watchorn there seventh. Jack Stanley sitting eighth at the moment down here in the corner number 10 we go, or yeah, quarter number 10. No, quarter number 4. As we head down here into the trial, down here is Hill in the lead is that number 64 of Scott Healy. And as we're on board, that getting loose, that's going to be John Anthony in that 34. Getting a little bump. He's going to end up taking a 44 around. So that's going to bring out our third caution of the evening. We were riding on board with Anthony when it happened. Oh, there you see, kind of, well, the O2's involved. No, that was the last caution, sorry. Oh, you would do that to me. Come on, you. There we go. Anthony and Gamillion getting together here for the third caution of the race. Now, I'm not sure what caused him to get loose in the first place. And that 34 goes around. There it is, right there. He taps the 14, gets loose, tries to collect it back up the racetrack, up into the 44 of Maurice Gamillion. Gamillion in. Daniels is in. Anthony all in pit road at this point in time as they wait repairs on those machines. So we're looking at the likes of the 24 of Jacob Elkins here, working on almost a quarter of the way through the race here tonight at lap number 25. As the total distance tonight is 100 laps here at Las Vegas. As you see, we're on board with Jacob Elkins at the moment. As Scott Healy chooses that outside lane for the restart. All right, here we go. Green flag back in the air here for lap 27. As we got 26 in the books, and Healy getting a great run there off the outside as he gets that shot coming down here in the corner number 1. The 24 of Jacob Elkins falls there in the second place. James Wurtsma sitting there in third. Andrew Smith in fourth, with the likes of Merrick Watchorn there in fifth. Where is our pole sitter? That number 44, Maurice Gamillion, is sitting there in seventh tonight. He started on pole. Everybody's battling hard here, looking great as they work around the racetrack. As we're here on board with Jacob Elkins, as he's battling here in second. So to his outside that we can't see is Scott Healy, as they work off the corner side by side. There you see the three of James Wurtsma falling back a little bit, as he's back here in sixth position now, right in front of Maurice Gamillion. Maurice getting caught up in that one accident. There you see the three getting loose coming off of four. And the 24 of Jacob Elkins down there on the apron as they work back down here in the corner number 1. And Merrick Watchorn there in third as they work off at 2, back out onto the backstretch. Everybody single file down here in the corner number 3 they come. Front to back, it is Healy, Smith, Watchorn, and Lynch, along with Elkins. Those are your top 5. And in the finish out, your top 10 is Gamillion, Daniel, Stanley, Wurtsma, and Anthony, rounding out your field here so far tonight, as the 29 of Aaron Raymond has officially retired from the evening with a damaged race car. Tough break for him tonight. He looked pretty strong there for the most part as they're working down here in the corner number 3 and 4. There you see the 14 of Andrew Smith working along there on the bottom side. Watchorn right there in third as they battle back to the outside here down through the tri-oval. Got a few of them way down there on the apron, and the 64 clips the grass as he comes down here in the corner number 1. He was that low on the apron there through the tri-oval that he clipped the grass. Not sure if that's going to help him at all, though, as the 91 of Merrick Watchorn's getting back up to speed, looking to the inside of the 64 now as they come around here through 3 and 4. We know that 64 really likes to run that apron, but he can't because Watchorn is there. So does Watchorn take the apron or he keeps him on the track? He keeps him up there on track as they come down here in the corner number 1 as Watchorn now takes that bottom lane, going into turns 1 and 2. And working off, Watchorn down there on the bottom side. Healy up there, up top. As you got Andrew Smith up top as well, working there behind Healy as they come swimming down here in the corner 3 and 4. They come through this trial here. We got Healy out front. Andrew Smith there second with Jacob Elkins there at third. Wesley Lynch fourth with Watchorn there in fifth. As Watchorn now takes over that fourth spot down here in the backstretch. Now here through 3 and 4. It is Healy out front with Smith there second, Elkins there third. Watchorn sitting fourth, but battling on the underside, low side there of Jacob Elkins as they come down here in the corner number 1 once again. Side by side is Smith and Watchorn down here through the corner with now the 33 of Wesley Lynch making an appearance down there on the inside right behind that of Watchorn. Now Watchorn battles up here beside Elkins as we're on board with Elkins down here in the corner number 4. Watchorn really getting a great run off the corner. And as you see that, Andrew Smith getting a great run there as well off the top side. So these drivers can get the runs almost anywhere on the racetrack. They just got to be very mindful of the tires, as we see here, as we're on board now with the likes of Watchorn coming down here in the corner number 3. There's our leader, Scott Healy, right in front of him. Not sure if he likes having Watchorn in the rearview mirror at the moment, as we're here on lap number 37. Going to make it 37 in the books here in just a moment, as we click it to lap 38, coming down here in the corner number 1. Side by side for third still, as we got Smith and Lynch battling it out. And fifth and sixth battling side by side as well. That's Elkins and Gamillion. And you got the O2 involved up there as well as the 44. Oh, crap. Oh, switching around on me as they are going single file now here with now the 44 of Gamillion, looking to the underside there of John Daniels coming down here into corner number 1 here on lap number 39. Jack Stanley has fallen off the pace a little bit. Same with John Anthony. John Anthony really off the pace in that number 34 machine here tonight. Out front, though, it's still Scott Healy with the Merrick Watchorn there on his bumper down here through the down here in the corner number 1. They go with Healy and Watchorn battling it out for the lead as they battle off a 2 down here onto the backstretch. Wesley Lynch there in third. Jacob Elkins there fourth. Andrew Smith now 6th as he gets passed by John Daniels coming down here in the corner number 3. Maurice Gamillion looking to the high side of the 14 as well. So Smith now losing a position to Gamillion. As Wurtzmott back here in that 3 machine, struggling a little bit right at the moment, trying to get back up here to the pack. Down here in the corner number 1 and 2, though, coming off a 2. It's still going to be Healy with the winner, with Watchorn there second, Lynch in third, Elkins fourth, John Daniels there fifth, Maurice Gamillion 6th, Andrew Smith 7th, with James Wurtzmott there in 8th. Stanley 9th and Anthony there at 10th. Watchorn really putting the pressure on Healy, as Daniels is putting pressure on the 24 of Elkins as we're on board with with Daniels at the moment. As he's looking to try to really put some pressure on that 24 there, as you see coming down the backstretch, really there at the bumper. Just waiting for his chance to really make it happen. Down here in the corner number 1 they go. Side by side for that first spot. Looks like Watchorn does have it as we're riding on board with John Daniels. Out here onto the backstretch now. Down here in the corner number 3 they come as Healy is the leader once again. Watchorn still trying to battle for that position down there on that inside. Giving it all he's got, but it's going to have to fall back in behind Healy at the moment. As now he's getting pressure from the 33 of Wesley Lynch. And Jacob Elkins and Daniel still battling it out as they come back down here. As they work around 1 and 2 down the backstretch, you see there Daniels and Elkins battling it out for that 4th position down here in the corner number 2. It looks like Daniels is going to have to settle in there behind Elkins for the moment as they work off of 4 down here across the straight start finish line down here in the corner number 1 again. Front to back, it is going to be Healy still leading the race. as Watchorn's trying to get that bottom side to get a little bit of grip as we're on board with Watchorn now down here in the 2. And you see how close these drivers are racing as they come off there. You see the 64 of Healy up there on the top side, really trying to put it to work. Down here in the corner, number 3. And it's still Watchorn down here on the inside. He's got Healy up there on the outside. Lynch there in 3rd. Elkins there 4th. Daniels there 5th. Maurice Chameleon 6th. Andrew Smith back here in 7th. As Lynch down here on the outside, trying to help that number 64 of Healy along as he's trying to get a run out there above above Watchorn, and he does. So Watchorn loses a spot to 3rd, has to get back in line now behind Lynch as they battle down here through corner number 3 and 4, back around to the start-finish line. And I'm almost wondering, with Watchorn running that bottom lane, is he really heating them tires up, burning, almost getting them up to a point where they don't really want to work to their optimal position at the moment as they work out here on 2, and it looks like Watchorn's going to try to get that lane back as the 64 is going to try to do a little bit of ice and dice down the backstretch to try to keep everybody behind him. As Watchorn's now in trouble with Elkins, as Elkins now on the outside trying to get that outside run to work, and Daniel's soon to be looking as well. So Watchorn stuck down there on the bottom side and can't get up there to get the run he kind of needs into the corner. As you see down here on the bottom side, as we're riding on board with Elkins down here through 1 and 2. In the Quantum Cup Series. Here, presented by Cannonball. Our sponsors up there in the top right corner, as always. And working down here across the stripe, down in the corner, number 1. You see the 64, Scott Healy, followed by Wesley Lynch. Jacob Elkins now 3rd, as Watchorn had to fall back into 4th to try to cool them tires off a little bit. Maybe take a little bit higher line through the corners. Try to stay with the pack, but get those tires back under them as they work down here in the corner 1 and 2. Watchorn going back down there on that bottom line. Let's see if he can get underneath the 24 of Elkins. Daniels, though, closing the gap. So is the 44 Maurice Chameleon. So we're getting the front 6 really running really tight here, really well together. And back here in 7th is Andrew Smith. A little farther back is James Wertzma. Then way back here, Jack Stanley. John Anthony way back here as he brings it to pit road here this lap. Here at lap number 52. So we are over halfway now by a couple of laps as they come out of 4 down here across, and Daniels into the outside barrier as he comes off of 4 down here across the stripe down in the corner number 1 again. He's looking to the outside of Elkins to see if he can get that outside lane to work, and he's going to try to get up there and get on the outside of Watchorn as Watchorn's moved himself up there in the 2nd position again. Now Daniels is up. Lynch is falling back. He was running up there. Now he's getting pushed back a little bit. Back through the pack as his tire, I think, got heated up a little bit. Now he's falling back some. And Watchorn back up here in 2nd, trying to chase down Scott Healy. Scott Healy doing a great job holding that lead out front as they come down through 1 and 2 once again. 2nd and 3rd, Watchorn and Daniels. Daniels looking like he wants to try to see what lane he can use to get around the likes of Watchorn, but nothing is opening its door yet. We got Elkins and Chameleon down here in the corner number 4. Chameleon up to 5th as Lynch is falling back in the 6th. And like I said before, we got the top 6 drivers here running pretty well together, leaving the likes of Andrew Smith back here to fight with James Wertzma Jack Stanley out there on track, and John Anthony looks like he might have called it a night as well, and at number 34, not being able to finish any better than 10th here tonight. So we're down to 9 cars on track, 9 cars on the lead lap. Scott Healy here in front. And here comes Watchorn down to the inside again, gets a great run. Healy not wanting to have any other, kind of closes them and pinches them down the racetrack. I do not think Watchorn's going to take too kindly to that one when he goes to try to make that shot again. Now they work off of 3 and 4 now. Back across the start-finish line to 24 of Elkins getting a little loose. That's going to open the door for Maurice Chameleon to look to the inside and maybe get a pass at him. And he does, coming down here into corner number 1. And here comes the 33 of Wesley Lynch looking to the inside as well as they come off the corner. Not quite there yet, though. Back up there to the front 3. It's still Watchorn trying to battle it out with the 64 of Healy. But nipping at his heels is the 02 of John Daniels. Working off of 4 here at lap number 57. Down here in through the trial. 57 laps now in the books. There you see Watchorn really trying to make that bottom side work as he gets back up there, not to the top side as he works through 1 and 2. Looking to see if he can gain some momentum out there. Daniels right there with him. See if they can work together to see if they can unthrone the 64 of Scott Healy, who's looked very, very strong up front all race long so far. The only other contender that I'd be concerned with is going to be this 44 of Maurice Chameleon, who set the fastest time in qualifying, but the fastest time in the race looks to be set by Wesley Lynch in that 33 with a 30.05. Chameleon has a 30.14, seems to be his best lap, so it's definitely an even playing field here tonight, here at Las Vegas, here with 41 laps to go. As they work back through the corner, down here into corner number 1. Now to 2, down the backstretch. It's still Scott Healy out front, Merrick Watchorn there 2nd, John Daniels 3rd, Maurice Chameleon 4th, Wesley Lynch in 5th. That is your top 5. As you see, great racing going on right now as they work down here through the tri-oval, down here into corner number 1. Scott Healy out there in front, Merrick Watchorn there in 2nd, John Daniels 3rd, Maurice Chameleon 4th, Wesley Lynch in 5th, Jacob Elkins in 6th. Just taking a look at some of the drivers there. You see Smith and Wertzmar running together. Stanley a little farther back. Looks like he's off the pace a little bit. And now Daniels looking like he wants to try to take a shot at Watchorn. We're down here in the corner number 1 once again here. The drivers are looking really great. There you see Daniels way down here on the low side. Watchorn taking a little bit higher ground through 1 and 2. Down here in the corner number 3. Let's see what type of lanes they run here. Down here in 3 and 4, it is going to be Watchorn up there. Going to take a little bit later entry. Going to bring it down there along the white line. Going to let them come off a little better. As the 02 of Daniels really working on that. Down here through the corner in the 1 and 2. It's still Healy for the race lead as Watchorn is there in 2nd. Daniels there 3rd. Saddling side by side is Daniels and Watchorn as everybody working well here through 1 and 2. Back onto the backstretch they come. There you see the separation in the front 6. This is the 2nd group. Chameleon up here in the 4th trying to chase down the top 3. Wesley Lynch there in 5th. Here's Jacob Elkins rolling around in 6th at the moment. And there's that 33 of Wesley Lynch, currently holding the best time of the night with a 30.05. Back down here in the corner number 1. And Watchorn are up here battling in that second position, trying to find that lane around as they come down the backstretch here into that turn number 3. The O2 Daniels right there with them as well. And it's still Healy out front in that 64 machine.
Honey, we have to swap out the blanket.
No, right at the moment, this isn't a very big league, but I'm sure if you're looking to get into some racing here, you could probably join iRacing and look up Cannonball and be sure to see what their qualifications entail, and you might be able to be out here with them if you're interested. Down here in the front stretch, it is going to be Healy, Watchorn, and Daniels there in 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. As they battle here through the corner, and it's going to be the one of Healy still out front. Watch Portsmouth and Jack Stanley all heading into the pits. So they're going to try to pull it in. Here comes the leader of Scott Healy in, along with Merrick Watchorn. That's going to leave John Daniels and Maurice Gamillion out on track. Damn, my tongue just does not want to cooperate some nights when I'm trying to talk. Now, as you see, Daniels there in front with the Gamillion there in 3rd. Watchorn's currently sitting in 3rd. As everybody getting them tires changed, getting ready, and Watchorn down and away. He'll be the first one off pit roads. Healy right behind him in that 64. And we've got Daniels and Gamillion coming in for their pit stops now. So that's going to officially hand the lead over to Watchorn at the moment, as Healy now has to try to chase down Watchorn. Elkins here in 5th, but going to be up here in 3rd when they cycle through back around to the front stretch. Lap 69 on the board, soon to be in the books, as it's going to be Watchorn that leads that lap. As Gamillion working his way out of the pits right now. Daniels still in the pits, so Daniels working his way out of the pits now as well. Currently sitting back here in 6th. Smith back here in 7th. Wertzma in 8th. Stanley back here in 9th. And there you see, here comes Watchorn and Healy. They're really going to have to battle it out here together in the last 31 laps here tonight. Down here in the corner number 2. And off onto the backstretch. Watchorn, great pit stop there to really put him in position. Out here in front, now he's working down through the backstretch. Down here in the corner number 3 and 4. Elkins and Lynch back here in 3rd and 4th. But, yeah, Elkins and Lynch back here 3rd and 4th. And you see right there behind them is that 44 of Gamillion. John Daniels a little farther back here in that O2 machine. Up a 2, back down the backstretch. Healy now is put into that position where Watchorn was, trying to get down there and pass for the lead. See if Watchorn can hold it, or if he's going to have to surrender it over to Healy, as Healy has been on fire here tonight. Up there, up, way up against that outside wall as they work down here through 1 and 2. Back around to the backstretch, and Healy looking to the inside, but Watchorn closes that door as he works off of 2. And back down here, he's going to try to break that draft coming down the backstretch. Down here in the corner 3 and 4, Scott Healy right there with Watchorn. They work around and make it lap number 72 in the books. There you see Healy going down there to the inside, almost right there on the bumper of Watchorn. As now they battle down here in the corner number 1 and 2, side by side as they work through 1 and 2 down here onto the backstretch. Front to back, it is going to be Watchorn with Healy out there in second. Elkins sitting third with Lynch on his door as they come down here in the corner number 3 and 4. Doing a great job of battling it out here. Up front, in the pack, all over the place here tonight is before the green flag pit stops. Everybody seemed to be really huddled up and doing a great job here. We're coming around. Merrick there in first with Healy second. And here's your third and fourth place drivers of Elkins and Lynch as they come down through into corner number 3. Elkins doing a great job holding on to that third position. Lynch just riding there, hoping. Are in 26 laps to go here from Las Vegas tonight. Up there on the high side is the number 33 of Lynch down here in the corner number 2. Off to the backstretch they go. Down here in the corner number 3 as Merrick and Healy. We're on board with Healy. I'm sorry, no, we're on board with Elkins. Down here through 3 and 4. Back down here onto the front stretch. Healy really putting the pressure to Watchorn. And battling off of 2. So there's 2 battles going on the racetrack right now. You got third and fourth, and first and second seem to be the 2 biggest battles on the racetrack right at the moment. Everybody else is spread out a little far to try to make any heads or tails of what's going on. Andrew Smith right there behind John Daniels. So Smith and Daniels could be fighting for position here towards the end of this race. Here with 24 laps to go. Merrick Watchorn up here in front with Scott Healy right behind him in that number 64 machine. And there we go, Watchorn now down here in the corner number 3. There you see Healy back down here on the corner number 1. Side by side, it's going to be for that Watchorn. Still leading it here with 22 laps to go. Healy really slowly running out of time here. If he wants to make a move, he's going to try to get into position. So he wants to get up there. I don't think he wants to pass quite yet because I think he's trying to wait for the opportune time to pass. If he can get up there and get close enough to Watchorn for Watchorn to get a little bit of pressure and make a mistake, he'll take it. But if not, I would be waiting for a little bit farther down the race. Just make sure that in position to take that lead here when the laps matter. As Elkins and Gamillion battling it now. As Lynch falls back to 5th as Gamillion comes up in the 4th. And that was the car that was fast in qualifying. Was that 44 of Gamillion? Like I said, staying a good time. Just everybody out here on the racetrack, out on the speedway, as we get 20 to go, doing a great job. Everybody's staying tight with the lap times. So it really comes down who's making the mistake as they roll down here in the corner number 1 once again. As you see Healy getting down there to that light line a little sooner. Gumman coming off the exit a little sooner as well. Down here through the tri-oval. Watchorn doing all he can. Watching that rear view mirror. I'm sure he knows it's coming. And the question is just when is it coming? As they work down here through the back stretch. Chameleon here in fourth. Lynch here fifth. Great job by Watchorn so far to hold this lead as we bring it down to 18 to go here at Las Vegas. Who's going to be the winner here tonight? Stick with us here on the pole to find out as the laps wind down here on FFTV. And it looks like the 95 of Jack Stanley might become a lap car and may throw a wrench in a little bit and wonder if Healy can try to use Stanley as a pick as they come rolling through the corner. That gap is slowly closing. As you see there on the top of the screen, here towards the middle, bottom of the screen, is that 95 Rusty's Machine of Jack Stanley. There you see Scott Healy and Whiteroyd working off a two back here on the backstretch. Maurice Chameleon and Wesley Lynch back here battling for that fourth and fifth position. Or, I'm sorry, third and fourth position. Elkins is there in third. Wesley Lynch has fallen back quite considerably here in fifth as we got them battling here in third and fourth. That's Chameleon trying to get up there into a podium spot. Watchorn put a little bit of distance between him and Healy now. Healy got to really try to dig as they come off the corner, getting a little close there. As Healy gets around the lap machine of Jake Stanley down here into quarter number 3. Now he needs to really put the pedal down and get rolling. As you see Elkins there in third. And looking forward at that gap, heading down there into corner number 1. Side by side they go. Everybody doing a great job down here into the corner. So far, looking good there for Jacob Elkins as he's sitting there third. Chameleon there in fourth. Watchorn still leads it with 14 laps to go, coming around to make it 13 laps to go. Healy doing all he can to get back up there to get himself in position here as the laps are winding down. Chameleon also possibly trying to see if he can get around Elkins here in the late stage of the race. As you're watching there on your screen down here through the backstretch, you got Watchorn up there in the lead with Healy there second, Elkins there third, Chameleon there fourth, Lynch in fifth. Thanks again to everybody that's tuned in to watch either here on FFTV or on the Southern Broadcasting Gaming Network. If we are able to get them up there. I haven't really talked to Richard lately to really see what we need to do there. So, Watchorn up here in first, Healy there second, Jacob Elkins there third, Maurice Chameleon in fourth, Wesley Lynch your top 5 as they come down here with going to be 11 laps to go as they cross the stripe. So we got Jack Stanley down back here just trying to roll around for points here at Las Vegas. He's only 1 lap down, so something weird should happen and another caution comes out. The 95 of Watchorn could get back onto the lead lap. Everybody does a great job down here working into the front stretch. Across the stripe now, 10 laps to go here in the Quantum Cup Series, as well as the Wiggy, I believe, is one of the sponsors as well here for the Cannonball iRacing Series. There you see Maurice Chameleon trying to work on Jacob Elkins still for that third position. Andrew Smith is in pit road. Now, there's going to be a question. Are they making it on fuel? I would have to say that I would hope they do. As you got Scott Healy there second with Watchorn there first. Now, if Healy is riding back here in second, he can kind of let off that throttle a little bit and kind of save a little bit more fuel that way, where Watchorn's really got to be driving it hard to try to stay out front. So he's going to be burning a little bit more fuel than the likes of Healy. Down here through corner number 1 and 2. 8 laps to go. As we see Smith coming off of pit road right now. That's going to help Stanley gain a position momentarily, but we'll see. Maybe Smith can get back around him as they work down here off of 3 and 4. Chameleon still sitting here in 4th position, waiting for them to come off of 4. There he's looking to the inside down here through the front stretch. Chameleon trying to make the pass alongside Elkins as they work down here into corner number 1. So I was wondering when he was going to try to strike, and it looks like he's going to try to strike this lap if he can, but he cannot. He's going to have to fall back in line behind the likes of the 24 of Chameleon. As Scott Healy got to try to do the same up here with Watchorn. Got to try to get up there, get underneath him, or get above him, and maybe pinch him back down there along the bottom side of the racetrack. These two have really raced very hard tonight. Watchorn and Healy really battled it out. Now with 6 laps to go here as they work through 2. Now Elkins there 3rd, Chameleon there 4th, with Wesley Lynch in 5th. There you see, there comes the shot down there to the low side. As Healy knows that there's only about a few laps remaining, so he's got to really try to push hard. And I'm not sure, that might have been, that's the Andrew Smith machine trying to get back onto the lead lap. As Jack Stanley is a lap down still to Andrews, or to Stanley. Andrew Smith there trying to get up through the field to try to gain a lap back. And I will say, being a lap car, for some odd for whatever reason, you might become a lap car. You get your car running well, and you're running up here towards the end of the race. You look up and see that, no, I am not fighting for that position. I'm just fighting for points at this time because I'm a lap down. And it's very frustrating whenever you know at the end of the race you have the car that can hang up there. It's just unfortunate, though, that cards fell where they did. And so I don't know if he's got teammates up here or not. He might try to help one of the teammates along if he's got one up here. As we see Healy battling back alongside that bottom side. Here comes Watchorn, going to try to hold him down low, pinch him low. As the 14 of Andrew Smith out there on the high side is going to try to help keep Watchorn in the lead, which he does down here in the corner number 1 once again here with 2 laps to go. It's still Watchorn with the race lead here at Las Vegas, down here into the backstretch with Healy chasing him down there in second. Chameleon battling side by side there for that 3rd position once again, but cannot make it stick as the 24 is trying to really break that draft of the 44. Elkins down into 3. Here comes Chameleon down into 3. Those two drivers really battling it hard as well as they work here off the bottom of the racetrack down here into corner number 1. It's still Watchorn with the lead. Does Healy have anything for him as they work down the backstretch into corner number 4? It's now or never for that number 64 machine as they work down here into the corner. And it looks like he's going to have to settle for 2nd position here tonight, as it doesn't look like he's going to get the run he needs off of 4 to really show off there against the 91 of Merrick Watchorn. Jacob Elkins and Chameleon battling side by side. It's going to be Elkins for that 3rd spot. Chameleon finishing there 4th. Great battles with them drivers. A little farther back, it's going to be Wesley Lynch bringing it across, John Daniels there 6th. James Wertzma there in 7th with Jack Stanley in 8th. As everybody's finishing, we're waiting for the grid or the results to show. As there you have it. Merrick Watchorn in 1st, Scott Healy 2nd. Finishing 3rd tonight is Jacob Elkins, Maurice Chameleon there in 4th, Wesley Lynch in 5th, John Daniels there 6th, James Wertzma in 7th, Jack Stanley in 8th, Andrew Smith in 7th, John Anthony there in 10th, and Aaron Raymond finishes tonight in 11th. So that is your finishing order here tonight. Let's see who we got over here. Let's see here. We got Jacob Elkins here, our 3rd place finisher. Good evening, Jacob. How's it going here tonight? Yeah, there, Jacob.
Hello?
Hello, you got us now?
You're muted there.
Yeah, can you hear us here in the booth now?
Oh, wait. Oh, there you go. Hello?
Hello, there. You got us now?
Yeah, I got you now. Sorry about that.
All right, no problem. Well, you had a great race. You finished 3rd here tonight. Had to battle Gamillion quite a bit there, those closing laps, but you still pulled off that 3rd place finish. Kind of take us through your evening here at Las Vegas.
Not much. I qualified bad. Just tried to stay up front as much as I could there. Had quite a bunch of cautions at the beginning. Just everyone getting settled in. After that last pit stop, after the green flag pit stop, Merrick and Scott were just in a different zip code. So it was just me and Maurice and Wesley. I think Wesley got loose or something, and then it was just me and Maurice. And
yeah, I'm not sure exactly what happened to Lynch, but he definitely fell back quite a ways from you and Gamillion.
Yeah, it was just me and him for the last probably, I don't know, 20 laps, but
yeah,
I had a little bit of trouble holding him off, but I held it off. Got it.
Well, you definitely held it off and looked great out there in that 24 machine here tonight. Not sure if you had any problems through the cautions or not, but you still finished up here in 3rd, so.
Yeah, I don't think I had anything to do with anything. I don't even think I had a incident point the whole race, but I felt good. It was really fun. Las Vegas is one of my favorite tracks, so.
Well, that's always that makes it that even makes it better whenever you can win at one of your favorite tracks.
Yeah, I would have liked to win, but I didn't.
Well, I know, but I mean.
Yeah. I got you. Yeah. I won.
That's a win
2
in my
years
book.
ago. Yeah, I won here 2 years ago, so.
You got podium, so.
Yeah, I'll take it. Definitely take it after the couple bad weeks.
Hopefully that means your season's turning around.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, I'm still in 2nd. Definitely not gonna go anywhere because Merrick won, but I'm still. I think I'm still gonna be in 2nd in the points, so we're doing okay.
Well, who's your sponsors and shout-outs you'd like to give here tonight?
First of all, I'd like to shout out Merrick and all the admins for putting on the league. They do a great job with admin and everything, and making all the rules, doing all the points and whatnot. 24 team, DuPont, Pepsi, and Maurice for racing me clean there, and everyone else in the league. These are all a bunch of good guys to race with.
Definitely a lot of great racing out there too.
And finally, you guys for putting on the broadcast. You guys do a good job. Appreciate it.
Well, we appreciate your drivers showing up to give us something to broadcast.
Yeah, for sure.
So, well, congrats on your 3rd place finish, and you're looking forward to next week. I'm not sure.
Where are we going? Here, let me look. I'll look real quick. You're going to.
Me and Discord don't get along, so I don't.
Chicagoland. I enjoy Chicagoland quite a bit.
Nah, Chicagoland's not bad. I enjoy Chicagoland. Yeah.
It's a good track. I'm sad that the real life stuff going there.
Chicagoland.
Yeah, they stopped going there a while ago. And then after that's New Hampshire. I hate New Hampshire. Richmond, I don't mind. I love Kansas. I'm looking to get another podium there, maybe even a win at Kansas. But yeah.
Well, congrats on the podium finish here tonight. And hopefully the momentum for your season's turning around.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. Hopefully.
Alrighty, have a great one there.
Thank you too.
So that was Jacob Elkins, our third place finisher. We got Scott Healy here now. Scott, can you hear us okay?
Hey, what's up, man?
Not a whole lot. How's it going tonight?
Wish I could have this race won, but P2 it is what it is. It was just an arrow. If you were in first place, you had it won. If you were in second, it was just you couldn't do anything without somebody being behind you.
Yeah, I know. You and Watchorn battle a lot during the whole race here tonight, really trying to put on a great show, which you did. And it must have been tough when it come down to that last pit stop and he come out ahead of you.
Yeah, I don't know if it was the 33 or the 3. I just know it was somebody with the 3 car. When I was pulling in, they were pulling out. Kind of misjudged the pit zone and skidded through my pits and had to reverse. And after that, I was like, yeah, he's going to get in front. And it's just going to be tough for me to get around him after that. And last couple 10 laps, I just tried my best to get around him. And I just couldn't do anything. I know one of the cars, I think it was the 14, got behind me. Gave me a little bit more of a boost to get up there, but it just wasn't enough with the 3 to 2 laps to go.
Yeah, it was the 14 that was there working with you. I don't know if he was really working with you or if he was just there with another car. I'm not sure because he was going between both of you, so not sure if he was really picking one over the other.
Yeah, I think he was just trying to get his lap back, but he didn't want to ruin our race either. He was just trying to play with us a little bit to get his lap back.
But great racing overall. I mean, a lot of great battles going on all through the night. You happy with your P2 finish here tonight?
Yeah, yes, no. I come out here and try to beat Merrick. Me and Merrick are best friends, but we try to one up each other, and he's like, oh, I have you in this car, and you have me in Gen 7. I'm like, nah, I have you in Gen 6. He's like, nah, I got you in Gen 6. I'm like, all right. So we go back and forth with it. So I wish I could have won just to shove it in his face, but it is what it is.
Well, that just means next week at Chicagoland, you got to try a little harder.
Yeah, I'll try to be there. I don't know. My work schedule's screwy, so I'll try to be there. If not, then all for Merrick. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Alrighty. Well, you have a great night, and we'll definitely catch you later. Who's your sponsors and shout-outs you'd like to give here tonight?
Youth Broadcasting, Team Conti. I know I'm with them, but I'm not with them because of work season. So I'll probably be back with them pretty soon. Friends, family, my girlfriend, thank you for watching. Just everybody watching the broadcast, and congrats to Merrick on his 3rd win of the season. So I'll try to one up him at some point this season, but we'll see. But I appreciate it. Have a good night, man.
Alrighty, you too there, Scott. And it's like my one buddy and I. He can get me on asphalt, but I'm a little better on dirt.
Yeah, I don't know what he's like on dirt, so it's just asphalt racing with me and him. So.
Well, you have a great night there, Scott, and enjoy your weekend.
You too, man.
That was Scott Healy.
Adam,
How's it going?
doing good, man.
So I understand this is your 3rd win of the season.
Yep. This is my 3rd win of the season. I have been struggling since basically we came back from the break. Couple of races during the first part of the season before the summer break, I was doing well, but just unfortunate and we've just been struggling to try to get our third win of the season. So this sets us up pretty nicely going into the playoffs.
Well, it definitely will. And kind of take us through that last pit stop. I mean, were you expecting to come out ahead of Healy, or were you kind of surprised that you were able to do that?
I thought we were going to have to race each other on those fresh tires for 2 to 3 laps. I wasn't really expecting to be ahead of him for a good 5 laps before he got to me. And once we got past the initial 5 laps of these fresh tires, you know, all I had to do was just aero block him. But he said that one of the drivers came off the pit road and scared him, spooked him a little bit, and I think I drove through that driver because I'm like, oh, I'm not stopping now. I gotta beat this man off the pit road. I gotta beat this man off the road.
Right?
Mm-hmm. No collision, no nothing. We were good. Car kept going straight.
That's always the good thing. So congrats on that win, and what can you take from this going to Chicagoland next week?
Just lock in, focus. These next couple races, are going to set me up nicely. Just got to keep my head in the game and keep reminding myself that, if I want to go back-to-back championships, I'm already a 2-time champion. I'm going for my 3rd championship this year, so it's going to be a hard-fought battle. And the fact that Jacob has been just trailing behind me throughout since the summer break and closing the gap has been something I was not prepared for. So it's going to come down to who's going to be top dog. Next week we will crown our regular season champion. So stay tuned, viewers, for next week. And then we will reset the points with your victors of 12 going into the final 10 races of the season. So it's definitely going to be one of those big moments. Hopefully we can get a couple more drivers out here. 11 drivers, is fine and all, but I would like to be up to about 17 drivers, 18. So we're going to do some recruitment racing during the weekend and stuff like that. Just kind of get everyone back in the swing of things and hopefully just keep our head down. If
somebody's looking to join Cannonball, how can they do that?
So we actually have a link that I will absolutely give to you, so you can always show it out there to the group. But basically, it's just going to be a hyperlink. It just says it's a free entry league. Some things that we do have is a fixed setup. We run 75 to 80% fuel window and stuff like that, and we can just post it for everybody to use and go from there.
Okay, that would work, and we'd be glad to share it wherever we can, whenever we're broadcasting for you, so we can try to get some league counts up. And
yeah, absolutely.
So
I'm gonna send it to you right now. So there it is for you.
Okay. Well, thank you, and we'll get that into the links for next week. I haven't fully figured out how to do video edits yet. I'm
No
learning
issues.
as I go, and it's so.
No issues, Adam. Appreciate you, man. But yep, we go into next week's Chicagoland. Won that race in Roughneck, so hopefully I can kind of go back to back at Chicagoland this year and dominate there as much as I was battling Scotty for the win as much as humanly possible. So next week's gonna be fun. Let's get it. Let's rip it and rock it.
Those were they're a little bit separate cars, aren't they, between Roughneck and this league?
Same car, Gen 6.
Oh, they are both Gen 6? Okay.
They are both Gen 6.
All right, I didn't realize that. I thought these ones, for some reason, I was thinking they were the next gen, but I don't know what I was thinking. It's been a long day, so
I completely understand. Long day myself. So, but yeah, just want to give a shout out to you for broadcasting and jumping on board with us. Give a shout out to all my admins, all the guys who come out and race with us, the ones who couldn't race with us tonight. Good luck, Brady. Hopefully you're doing well in your bowling. You're winning for us and showing what Cannonball is all about. Give a shout out to my admins, of course. Couldn't do it without them. Give a shout out to Twiggy QSA, and of course my girlfriend, my friends and family. Love everybody. Love y'all. And yeah, let's keep this train rolling. Let's keep the momentum building.
Well, that's all you can do, and I know there's some drivers trying to chase you down too. So it's going to be interesting to see how these points stack up here as the season goes on.
Yep. Just this race, and then next week's race will now be the season finale, or the regular season finale, and we go into the playoffs for the victors of 12.
Alrighty, well that'll be interesting to see. Hopefully we can get 12 drivers to show up.
Yes, sir.
Alrighty, well you have a great night, Merrick, and congrats on your win again here tonight. Third one on the season, so hopefully that'll keep helping you out in points. And you have a great weekend.
You too, Adam.
All right, that was Merrick Watchorn there tonight. As we are getting ready to sign off here from Las Vegas. Congrats again to Merrick Watchorn for victory. Healy for coming in second tonight. Jacob Elkins finishing the night in third. A lot of great racing. Had a couple incidents here tonight. I think we had about 5 cautions, so not too terrible when you look at the whole scheme of things. But great racing all around. Tough racing at that. So thank you everybody for tuning in here to Fligger Farm TV on the pole here tonight. As we are heading off here. Everybody enjoy their weekend. We should be back Sunday evening with the what's that other league that we do? I forget the name of it at the moment. It just completely slipped my mind. It is the Lightning Esports. So be sure to check us out Sunday night as we bring that to you. Everybody have a great weekend.